it's Shannon.
And Paul.
And today we're here to talk to you about YouTube.
That's right, the tube.
So I don't have any idea what Paul is going to say because he wanted to make this video and he has not let me know his thoughts. So I'm gonna be here to help.
Shannon is the eye candy for this video, as well as moral support and a sounding board. So I really wanted to do this video because we get a question on all of our channels that is incredibly common that I want to take a moment to answer today, even though we've answered it before, which is, how did you get started on YouTube? And then we also get an accompanying comment a lot of times like, I really want to start a channel on YouTube. How can I do that? Or how can I be successful?
Both good questions.
Both really good questions. So this is a weird week because I've actually gotten a lot of information, a lot of pieces of information together, and I'll see if I can weave them together into something interesting for you. So very quickly, we have answered this before. We ended up starting our primary YouTube channel, which is PSToyReviews, as we have always collected toys. We've always been involved in the collecting community, and Shannon ended up doing some videos on some craft things, so she understood the mechanics of filming a video and then uploading it to YouTube. So because we were opening up toys anyway for our personal collection, she decided to film it, and kind of the rest is history from there. So that was like the short 30-second version of PSToyReviews, and that's going to be very important because we'll come back to that.
Okay.
This channel, Paul and Shannon's Life, kind of grew out of that. We're able to talk about topics here that we can't do on PSToyReviews, and then Paul and Shannon's Collector Corner has had other names just because we wanted to do different content and different things, again, that couldn't be done on the main channel. So one thing kind of led to another, So that's going to be kind of important because there's a few things about that. If you're interested in starting a YouTube channel, I'm going to give you two really big pieces of advice that I think will help you get started. Number one, try filming yourself. Because you may find that you really don't like it. Now, we're filming ourselves where you can see kind of like our upper body and stuff. This isn't everybody's style. On PSToyReviews, you mostly just see our hands.
Which is funny because the very first time we filmed together, I had filmed by myself prior, but the first time we tried to film together, just our hands, we turned the camera on and we just started laughing
our minds.
Hysterically. We could not talk and sound intelligent and coherent, and it was funny. It took some practice. Yeah. So that's a good piece of advice.
So try it. And then there's the other filming style of like the people that wear like the GoPro, or they just kind of hold up a camera as they're walking around. So it's almost like a first-person view. Yeah. There's no right or wrong way to film. It's really just finding what you are comfortable with and what you enjoy. So that's point number one. Point number two is be authentic.
Yes, please.
Yeah. That's going to lead to point number three, but definitely be authentic. There's really no faking it. You if you fake it, you end up basically being an actor. And if that's what you want to do, that's great. And I think YouTube is a fabulous medium for that. I'm actually seeing a lot more videos that I'm getting recommended because I've clicked into a couple of them, where it's actually production companies that are setting themselves up to do what are essentially TV shows. Mm-hmm. They're not calling themselves that, but that's really what's going on. So these are people that, for all intents and purposes, are now professional actors, directors, editors, sound people, visual people. I think it's amazing that you can do that. But if you're looking to do like the kind of videos that we end up doing, we're just kind of talking, we're just kind of sharing our real life with you, our real thoughts and stuff like that. It's two different sides of the same coin, really. It's just kind of really what you want to do. Yeah.
I think what goes with that is, or maybe what you're trying to get at, is don't start a YouTube channel in some genre just because you heard you can make money in that genre. Like if that's not what you feel or what you enjoy, it's going to come across in your videos, and then nobody's going to watch you and your channel's not going to grow.
Right.
So you have to find what you like. Now, if what you like is to be an actor and, you know, put on like a TV show episode, or great, do that, but you have to enjoy that.
Right. And we have friends that we have people that we know that we're friendly with that you know that they do that. Their videos are very scripted, you know, and that's great for them. Let's take a quick break because you said something really important there. So what I'm talking about when I'm talking about this is I'm talking to the point of YouTube to make money, like as a job, as a business. If you want to do YouTube and you want to have a channel and you're not interested really in making money, then the type of videos that you do are basically just for personal enjoyment. None of this really matters. Do exactly what makes you happy, and that's, you know, this is kind of the end of it. Because at the end of the day, it's a piece of artwork that you're making for yourself that really only your opinion matters.
Right.
On that. If you're doing it in order to make money, you're going to need viewers and you're going to need people to enjoy it and like it and keep coming back. So that's kind of where these things come in. All right, so point number 3, which goes right along with point number 2, which is be authentic, is what? What was point number 3? I lost my train of thought. We've got a cat meowing in the background.
There is. One of the cats wants to get in here to film with us. So.
Okay, I remember what it was.
Okay.
All right, so most of the time, not always, but most of the time, how do I want to say this? Success comes from something else. We're going to have to edit this out, I feel like.
We're not editing.
Oh, no. I feel like, okay, so here's the thing. I'm like trying to figure out how to say this in my mind as we're going on. So I've seen several pieces of information about this, one on Shark Tank, and one really struck me this morning. A lot of times YouTube success comes from success in another area, if you will. Okay. So let me tell you what I mean by that. Using our own example, we collected toys. We were knowledgeable about toys. We kind of understood what that was. I'm gonna use the word success. We were successful in that area. You knew about filming, so it was just kind of the merging of the two.
Okay.
And then that allowed us to be very natural on camera because we didn't have to learn something new. We didn't have to learn, like, okay, these toys are like this, whatever. We were just able to kind of go.
Like if you heard, for example, that you could make a lot of money on YouTube doing mechanic videos.
Yeah, that's a great.
We could not go out and just start making videos about things that mechanics do because we don't have any knowledge. Is that what you mean?
That's exactly what I mean. So what struck me this morning is I was actually watching a Dave Ramsey video on YouTube. Now, Dave.
Love you, Dave.
Dave's great. Dave has not been on YouTube successfully for a very long time. His channel has really taken off over the past year and a half.
Go Dave.
Dave's funny because he has had a hugely successful radio show for a long time, and he's had multi #1 best-selling books on the New York Times bestseller list. So Dave is very, very successful in the personal finance arena. YouTube has now just become another outlet of that. He's just gotten to a point where he's filming himself. People are doing it for him. They're filming him while he does his radio show. So now there's a visual element of it because little snippets of that radio show are getting uploaded each and every day, which is giving him content. So he's taking something he's already very successful at, and now there's just the YouTube content of it. When I look at like makeup gurus, that sounds so funny coming out of my mouth.
Do you look up makeup gurus?
I've seen a few. Like people who do makeup, they typically really enjoy makeup.
They know their stuff.
They know their stuff, and they seem to really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be like me saying like, oh wow, you could get a lot of viewers and make a lot of money doing makeup. Well, now I've got to go learn how to do makeup and stuff. But these are people who have that talent, who have that interest, and so they're just adding the visual component of filming it, and it's becoming kind of that next element, that next layer. And that kind of goes into, I mentioned Shark Tank. So Kevin O'Leary and Mark Cuban were both talking about a pitch that we saw this week. We're watching Shark Tank from season 1 to present. We're somewhere in the middle there.
I don't know where.
On Hulu, we're watching that. And somebody was in the Shark Tank and they were pitching an idea, and Kevin and Mark Cuban were kind of giving this entrepreneur some advice and saying, you already have a successful business. instead of going and doing something different, you now need to figure out how to add on to what you've already got. Like instead of changing and going and starting something completely new, just kind of add on another little piece. And really that, when I logged onto YouTube this morning, I saw that Dave Ramsey thing, it hit me. I was like, that's exactly what Dave has done with YouTube. And that's where I see a lot of success with a lot of other people. It's like they're already taking what they're good at, and now it's just, this is one more thing. Kind of like McDonald's. McDonald's like, well, we're already selling burgers, let's sell chicken McNuggets. Well, let's now sell salad. They're not like, well, let's become, mechanics because people drive cars.
Or let's sell, gourmet steaks.
They might try.
That wouldn't fit. They'd fail.
Yeah. So anyway, that's just kind of my observation of that, which I thought was interesting, and I think that really kind of ties in, and hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps you guys who have been asking maybe about that aspect of YouTube more from the business and financial side of things. So again, from the casual side, you're creating a piece of artwork that is yours to enjoy. And I think that goes to, I had that other thought. We actually know some people who have done this, and I know that you have said as well, that's how a lot of vloggers got started. Mm-hmm. They were basically just kind of making a video record of their family life.
And like far away family and stuff could watch and see what was going on with the kids or their life or whatever, and then it just grew because it's interesting to watch.
And they were doing that for their own personal enjoyment and for their own personal collection or, documentary, if you...
It's a great way to share with other people.
Yeah.
I think that's how that started.
And then it just became, other people were interested in it. But it was something that they enjoyed. And now we've got people who are like professional vloggers.
But I still think they enjoy it and are good at what they do.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like, to recap a little bit, if you want to do YouTube as a business and make money at it, number one, be authentic. Number two, find something you love and, film and do that. Number three, I'm taking over his video. I'm giving...
No, go ahead.
I'm giving advice. Number three, I think you need to treat it professionally and like a business if that's what you want it to be. It doesn't mean you need to be polished and super professional and,
like us.
We're just, sometimes we film with a cell phone camera, sometimes just a little point and shoot camera. We don't have dramatic lighting and effects and editing, but we treat it like it's a business. We film the videos, we edit them, we get them put up, not like, well, I don't feel like it today. We've tried that in the past and it doesn't work so well for growing a channel.
Right.
If you want to grow a channel, you need to make it a priority and grow that channel.
That's true.
And I think you just need to do it. You don't need to be afraid or listen to a bunch of people saying how you should do it. You just need to get in, get your feet wet, start the account, start doing the videos like Paul said, see if you even like it, and just do it and see where it goes from there. I mean, when we started PSToyReviews, we didn't have any idea that it would become as big as it did or that we would do the things that we get to do because of it. You start and then you just see what the next day brings.
That's right.
So
that's absolutely right.
And what else? I feel like you guys, I feel like you're sitting out there like, but what about, but, are there any other questions? Like,
there's nothing else I can think of. I just had those observations about kind of like just adding that one more piece. And that seemed important to me this morning, which is why I surprised you. I'm like, we're going to do this video. So I think that's it. If you guys have any other questions about this, please let us know. We can definitely address those in a future video. Leave a comment, leave the video a thumbs up, and check your local Foot Locker for the next new pair of Nike shoes. Just do it, YouTube.
I don't think those are going to be there.
Yeah, we could be Paul and Shannon shoes. One shoe could be a Paul shoe, one shoe could be a Shannon shoe.
A Paul and Shannon pair of shoes.
Yeah.
All right, well, you heard it here first. I guess our very first merchandise is going to be Paul and Shannon shoes. Anyway, yeah, just go ahead and do it and start it. And if you start a channel, let us know.
Yep.
That'd be cool. We'd like to see it. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
See ya.